Podcast, PlayStation Collectors Podcast. Welcome to the show. It's a PlayStation Collectors Podcast, PlayStation Collectors Podcast, PlayStation Collectors Podcast. Welcome to the show. Got Vicky and Will, they're gonna talk some shit. Should I buy this game? Man, don't buy it. We got special guests, memes, and games too. Plenty of stuff for me and you. It's a PlayStation Collectors Podcast, PlayStation Collectors Podcast, PlayStation Collectors Podcast. Welcome to the show. It's a PlayStation Collectors Podcast, PlayStation Collectors Podcast, PlayStation Collectors Podcast. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you going, Will?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Figsy?
Yeah, really good, man. Better now after listening to that song for a minute. I've been jamming along.
Welcome to the show. You just told me to go. Hey, go look. There's all sorts of people commenting on this. Only one person said anything.
I seen 3 or 4.
No, man. I listened to it and I'm like, oh, and I hear all the warts and I hear that the shit that needs to be polished, and it just makes me cringe. I mean, the other people don't hear it, but I'm still waiting on you to send in your track. Yeah, that's right. Figsy's gonna get on the track. So's Andy. Yeah, we'll get that done. How's your week been?
Yeah, really, really good. Will, yourself?
Hey, I've had better weeks, but hopefully we'll get it squared away and things will be better in the future.
Had some mail arrived this week, including about 30 minutes before the podcast started, so that was pretty exciting. We'll show that stuff during the show.
I had a couple pickups as well, mail-ins. I haven't had a good pickup. I'm supposed to get a good pickup this weekend. Hopefully I can show up for the next show, but we'll see if it pans out or not. You never know with these things on Facebook and these little old ladies.
Yeah, I'm waiting on a Facebook deal to come through. Anyway, Will, episode number 33 of the PlayStation Collectors Podcast. Who is our special guest tonight?
Tonight we have AJ. He's been a staple in the chat since day one. Really love the support this guy gives us, and it's strange having him on the show. They go from the chat on the side of the screen, and then they're on the big screen here.
Not just in chat, he's been asking lots of questions and really active in chat too. So it's nice to get someone who's active in chat into the show. I'm really excited. So please welcome AJ, guys. G'day, AJ. How's it going?
It's going good, guys.
AJ, welcome. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, excellent. So AJ, this is where you tell us about you. What are you collecting? What's your focus? Tell us about your collection. What you got going on.
Well, I've been collecting I've been gaming for as long as I can remember, but in particular, I've always been into PlayStation. I've been into weird, wacky, niche titles, stuff that, it kind of flies under the radar, and stuff that is just really unique,
That's always the best stuff, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's the stuff I can, whether it be good enough where it's an actual fun time, or when I take it out of the system and go, what in the heck did I just play? Either way, I'm fine with that kind of stuff. To me, the worst type of game is a boring game.
So is it? I can see PS3 behind you, but and PS4, is it just those two or 5?
It's sorry. Okay, sorry. It is PS1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Vita, Switch, PSP. Let's see, OG Xbox, Wii U, and pretty sure that's about it.
Nice, man. Love it. How many games in the collection, AJ?
Around 600.
Nice.
700, somewhere in there. I don't know the exact number, so.
How long have you been collecting for, man?
I've been collecting. It's a bit of a weird situation. I've been collecting on and off since I was about 11 years old. But I've not been serious since around 2018.
Is it just video games for you? Do you got any other
vinyl records? In particular, I like to collect I like to collect regional releases from my particular area and other, interesting and odd records.
I almost got into vinyl. When my girlfriend first moved in, her mother wanted to buy us a housewarming gift, and we're this close to getting a record player. But I was like, no, I don't want to go down that route.
Trust me, Will. It's fun. You know, it sounds way better. It's, you know, it sounds. I love vinyl, but it's a very expensive and spacious hobby. So,
Yeah, this my PS3 or my PlayStation collection is growing, and I'm running out of shelf space. So I know what you mean. I'm gonna start 86ing my 5-year-old stuff off the shelf and start filling it with mine.
You could do a CD collection, the same amount of CDs for like 1/10 of the size.
Oh,
Records
yeah.
are awesome, but they take up so much room.
that they do.
You can always put them there. I mean, it's just the vinyl's just prettier. I don't know if you, Figsy, you ever play a record? You ever listen to a record, Figsy? You know what a record is? You're pretty young.
I've sold records before.
No, okay, just checking. Because you're young, you're under 30.
When I was a kid, I used to race Matchbox cards on Mum's record machine.
Oh man.
I hope so. I hope someone gives you shit in the chat because you deserve it
Man,
for that.
I want to hear, man. And Will, just because he's young, don't mean he can't be into records. Hell, I'm only 25. I don't look it, but
What? Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
I'm not the youngest for once. I'm almost 30.
So Atari's fanboy 1977. I was like 77. Oh shit, this
Yeah.
guy's close to my age.
no.
But
No. So that username came about when I was around 11 or 12. Actually, no, I remember the exact date. 2012 is when I made my PSN account, and I used to like Atari around that time a whole lot, and that was one of my first things I really got into. And so I was like, I was, doing the normal thing a kid does. Oh, what can I name myself? First thing that came to mind was Atari Fanboy 1977, because that was the year the first Atari came out on the market.
That explains it.
Jesus
When you've got a
Christ.
year in your username, most of the time it's a year of birth. So
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You pissed me off. I thought you were my age. Fuck you, you
I mean-
young whippersnapper.
I was looking at your
Grandpa
photo going, damn,
Yeah,
he looks good for his age.
It's that the beard, man. It's the beard.
Yeah.
It conceals your age. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I shaved. And if you look at the what is it called? The thumbnail, it's got a bald face Will on there again. Where last week it was a white haired shitty beard Will. I can't grow a beard to save my life. It's just like patchy bullshit, but I do it because it helps me maintain my jawline. Pigsy people do care how I look, so fuck you. But anyway, so AJ, what's anything new? Anything? I'm excited to show my pickups, so I'm going to ask about your pickups right away. What have you got? You said you had like 30 pickups this past 30 days.
I picked up a crap load. My significant other was, I was talking to them about it and everything. And like, well, if you want to get more into gaming, game collecting, especially PS3, I just saw a lot of this stuff out a couple years ago when they moved into the house. And like, I'll let you get a lot of this stuff back, but you got to sell some of your records. So, yeah, just say a whole bunch of my records went to Goodwill, and a whole bunch of games came home that day.
Oh, shit.
So give me 1 second here, and I'll show you guys what I picked up. The first thing I picked up, and if I'm not in frame, just let me know.
Oh, you're good.
Is this gold controller. I got this for free from a game store because the left analog stick sometimes drifts. So hopefully I can get that thing fixed.
Do you know what you're doing? Can you open them up yourself, or you got someone? You got a
No,
guy?
not myself. I'm probably gonna either send it off to someone or keep it around until I can find someone who'd be willing to do it as part of a trade or work out something with them.
They're not the easiest things to pull apart, I'll be honest. I've broken controllers pulling them apart blindly before.
Yeah. And considering my low vision, I probably shouldn't be touching that.
Especially the PS4 controller with the touchpad.
Oh, yeah.
I find that
Yeah.
one really awkward to pull apart.
Yeah, I broke one of those, and I was like, no, I'm not cut out for repair like that. But the next pickup, I picked this up a little while ago. I showed it on Facebook. It's the
That's
Art
really
Deco
good.
Special Edition. Comes with the game here.
I've had this. It's come and gone in and out of my collection, but yeah, the Air Tonellicos, those are nice.
One of the fish, Will.
Figsy, I don't see what's so funny about that. I mean,
I love it.
yeah, you bring it in, you take a picture of it, You got the picture forever, and then you sell it. And you reinvest.
I love the analogy that you can link it up with fishing because that's what they do.
I also
Nice.
got Persona 4 Arena.
Is that
What?
Ultimax or the regular? One?
It's the base Arena.
There
Does
it
the
is.
American version of that have a soundtrack as well?
I'm not sure. This particular one does not. As a matter of fact, I didn't notice it after I bought it. Doesn't have a manual, so I'm about to get another one of that. But
It depends on which one you get, Figsy. Some do, some don't.
I do know that the
Okay.
Ultimax came with like a tarot card set.
Over here, they all have soundtracks. I mean, not all of them do, but they should, in theory.
Interesting. I got Transformers War in Cybertron.
Nice. Those Transformers games are creeping up in price.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah,
They're pretty good from what I've heard.
Speaking of games going up in price,
I got the Spider-Man here. The
Spider-Man.
what'd you
whatever-
pay for this one, AJ?
This one was another freebie because the disc actually has. You probably can't see it. Yeah, I know. But it's got damage to the top layer. So I got that from the same store that gave me the controller for free.
Regardless, that case is worth like $30-$40. You know,
That's
a $100
yeah.
game.
For sure. I had actually asked, like, I was gonna buy it. They double checked it, like, oh, it's got damage. And I asked if they'd sell the case. Like, just take the case in the game. So I got sorry, go ahead, Will.
No, I was gonna say the top layer scratch. It's a death sentence for a PS2, but you should be fine with the PS3 because
Yeah.
I actually looked this up on Google, and the read layers are different on a between a Blu-ray and a DVD.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so because on DVD the data is closer to the top. That's why a scratch on the top is, like I said, a death sentence. With the Blu-ray, it's somewhere in the middle, and Blu-rays are meant to be indestructible, so you should be okay with that one, man.
I like to hold a Blu-ray up to a light, and as long as you can't see through it.
Yeah,
that's
no,
another-
you can on the Spider-Man.
If you can
though.
see through it, then it's gone through that middle layer and it's damaged the Blu-ray.
Yeah, that Spider-Man you can. So
Okay, it may still work in parts, but then you're probably going to freeze, 20 minutes into the game and things. like
yeah.
that.
Well, it's one of those things. It was free, so I wasn't going to complain. And then Midnight Club 3. I believe this one's 3. Hang on. No, Los Angeles. Sorry about that.
Nice. That's the complete edition.
Yes.
So just interesting on that, the complete edition was only available in greatest hits or essentials if you're from the Power region. There wasn't a black label complete edition.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of the only few games that was like that.
That's interesting. That's always so interesting how they do those weird variants like that.
Just a quick tip for the chat. What are you guys gonna get me to buy tonight? So let's see. AJ, let's see what you're putting.
That's
on
part
Who's
of the
This.
theme song. Am I gonna buy that game?
I got the Batman Arkham Asylum Game of the Year edition with the 3D case.
Oh, did you get are the glasses in there?
Unfortunately, no.
No,
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
AJ showing off all his stuff. We're like, did you get this extra? Did you get that bonus?
Yeah. I would like to get all that stuff, but until I can find a complete copy, these will work.
Especially if you're getting them dirt cheap. That's
Yeah. I actually got this in a GameStop. This Captain America game.
Oh shit, $20.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
My local GameStop actually had this and a bunch of other superhero games. I wasn't intending to go for a bunch of superhero stuff this month, but it just turned out that was the highest in stuff that I picked up and the coolest stuff.
Captain America is quite hard to find over here.
Oh, it's hard to find around here too. The coolest one, in my opinion, for this month is Steins Gate.
Oh man, is that sealed?
It is
Or is it-
sealed.
Oh, you son of a gun!
I'm debating on cracking open the seal. I
Dude,
might go ahead. Sorry.
I got one. I got a sealed copy, but unfortunately, it's a PAL copy.
Oh man.
And it's I got it for dirt cheap though on Mercari, and
Yeah.
I was like, and it'd been sitting in my likes because you just like shit and it'll just sit there for a long time. And I was like, and it's got a crack on the in the case, and I just can't bring myself to open it. I mean, the case is cracked, but it's still sealed. But it is unfortunately PAL. But yeah, shit, I was looking at that's a good grab right there. Where'd you get that one?
eBay. Last guy had it was $60, which was I was hesitant to pull the trigger, but I noticed that was the only one listed for under like $80. And I kind of figured it was now or never. But so many times I've been like, oh, I'm not going to pull the trigger on this now, and then a month later it's $100. So
yeah, it's
Just add to that game. I've actually seen more sealed copies than open copies of Steins Gate.
yeah, nobody
I've
wants
never-
to.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it locally. So to the best of my knowledge, I think in America, wasn't it an online exclusive?
I don't. Good question. I don't know about that. I do. Isn't it a graphic novel or a graphic novel?
A visual novel.
Visual novel.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And there's a
Yeah.
PS4 version that's a bit cheaper. That's a remake that technically has more content.
Yeah, it's actually on available in Japan on PS3, the PS4 version as well. There's
Oh.
2 or 3 different ones, and they're all in Japan. But we don't get many visual novels over here. They love them over in Japan.
The next one is an Xbox game. Brotherhood of
Fallout.
Steel.
Nice.
Yeah, I've heard this game is atrocious, but I saw it locally, and I love the Fallout games.
I watched gameplay of this a couple of weeks ago, man. Psych plays. I probably mispronounced his name. PS2 was playing through it. I ended up watching him for like 6 hours. It looks like heaps of fun, and like I'm watching it in 2023. It's a PS2 game. It still looks good. So
Really? Well, then why in the world is everyone hating it? On it. So
it also holds its value. So
That's
that
just true,
may
it's true.
coincide with it being a pretty good game.
fair enough. I picked up the Hitman trilogy.
Very nice.
I used to have the long box version of this with the art book, but it was very beat up. So I decided to go ahead and just trade in for a standard version. And if I ever find that version again in good shape, I'll rebuy it.
I actually think they're the best Hitman games available. The PS3 ones, which was the PS2 ones. And then you can play them on PS3 with trophies and everything. It's the best way to play it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I picked up one PS5 game this month called Away, and I don't really know much about it. Yeah, it's something to do with. Hang on, it comes with some art cards and sorry, not an art card, a postcard, which is pretty cool.
Any
Is that
idea
a
what
game?
it's about?
I have no idea what this is about. It's one of those I saw it locally. It says on the back, "Welcome to Animal Kingdom. What if you could play a nature documentation? Glide among the trees, fight dangerous predators, and explore beautiful environments as you embark on a sugar glider's journey to save her family."
Oh, look at that.
So you play as a sugar glider. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. It looked interesting to pick up for sure. We're almost done here, so apologies. Like I said, this is
No,
the
no,
highlight.
man.
No, we got all night, AJ. Take your time. If you can show us 2 hours of pickups, everyone will sit there.
Well, then if that's the case,
And me and Will will be like, "Did you get the art book? Did you get the
Yeah,
extra
right,
manual?
right.
Did you get the stickers?"
Did you get the comic book with that?
picked up the first Dead Space. I was gonna go for Black Label, but it was like $10 more expensive than what I could find for the greatest hits. So I settled on that because me and my significant other wanted to play this one. So, and then I picked up Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition.
Oh yeah.
We're almost done here, guys.
No, it's
The Killzone trilogy.
Oh yes.
This one I was looking for a long time. It's surprisingly hard to find in America, at least from what I can tell.
Yeah, that was
It's
one of
actually
the.
easier to get that version in Australia than it is to get the PAL version.
That's funny. And then the final one I wanted to show off was the Lego The Hobbit. I'm actually going for the
Oh.
Blue Label set, and that's another one I needed to cross off.
How many, or what are you missing in the Blue Label set?
I just recently started it because I was looking at this back on my shelf, and I noticed I had 4 or 5 already, 3 or 4. I've got Mugen Souls 2, Drakengard, and Murdered Soul Suspect, and I figured it's a small enough
12
subset.
or 13 or something.
Yeah. I figured it'd be fun to go for. So
It is a really fun set to collect. But there are some difficult ones in Mexico and Brazil and stuff. So it depends on how serious you want to go with the variants. There's like a Canadian version of MLB, and
There's a double. I think it's like a baseball and basketball double pack, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
The hardest one to get is this Lego Hobbit from Brazil. I'll just pull it out if I can.
Oh, Brazil. I don't think AJ is going to be going for Brazilian.
no,
Yeah, this is officially the hardest one in the blue spine pack to get. So it's a Lego Hobbit, and it comes with a Blu-ray of the movie as well, which is really cool.
Now, does that have an ESRB rating on it, or?
No, it's got the Brazilian rating.
Okay, then yeah, that's really cool. But I think I'm going to be keeping it to an NTSC set. Well, ESRB rather. Sorry about that.
America, good job, AJ. You're a good man.
Well, the thing
I
I
just
don't
had a
like-
comment in chat I wanted to touch on. So we're talking about greatest hits games. Chaos mentioned that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was only available in greatest hits.
I was going to
That's
say
technically correct, but
no.
in Mexico they actually got the Black Label version, and
was-
in Central and South America they got the Black Label version. So North American collectors can import a Black Label version. Power Region also received the Black Label version of San Andreas.
Yes, I was going to say I've been eyeballing that damn comment for the past 20 minutes, and I was like, "No, you're wrong. No, actually, no." But yes, you're correct. There's a Black Label Mexican one with the ESRB on it.
There's also a Black Label Drakengard 3.
For
Technically, so it doesn't actually have a. Well, there's two. So the Power one doesn't have a barcode. It was only sold as part of this collector's edition. Here now, the Power one, unlike the American one, only has 2,000 releases, and that includes all regions. So, in France, for example, if you wanted a copy in France, you had to pre-order this back in the day. If you didn't pre-order it, they did not make a copy. So, say 15 people in France pre-ordered it, there's 15 French copies.
That's
Every
crazy.
other copy is from the UK. You're looking at more than like 1,000 euros for a French copy. The UK ones are over 500, which is insane. But it does have a Black Label copy of the game. However, it doesn't have a disc. If you want a disc, you've got to go for the Asian release. So the Asian release has a Black Label and it has a disc. A little bit of history on Drakengard 3.
Drakengard 3. What? So there's no disc in the US special editions? Are you telling me?
I'm not sure. Someone would have to confirm that. I think the US does have a disc. It's just the PAL that doesn't, but someone would have to confirm that.
I could be wrong, but I think I have seen listings on eBay that do include a standard disc.
Oh, and the US one has a black spine as well in the special edition. So there is a US black spine one, but it wouldn't have a barcode. So it's not a technical full release.
Interesting.
Just to add on this, the Japanese name for Drakengard 3 is Dragon Dragoon. So it's different again. And it has like a white case of like a white dragon on the front. It's really cool.
Forgive me, Figsy, but I don't trust your pronunciation of that word.
I'll pull it up.
Where's he going?
I'm going to grab it.
Well, I believe it's the right title. I just don't think he pronounced it correctly.
By the way, Will, for the name that game, I'm also a bit clueless on how to pronounce this one properly as well.
I sounded it out. I think I got it. So
okay. I thought of another one for the name that game, but I decided not to go with that one. So I have it here.
Yeah, Dragoon 3. Look at that.
Yeah.
Set it off to the side. We'll show them both, AJ, when we get to the
All right.
Pixie Name That Game segment.
All right, we'll do.
All right, now I'm looking at the chat and it's buried now, but two people mentioned they got this, and I just got it yesterday, so I'm gonna show it off here. Because as you know, I am currently searching for the complete. I'm going for a complete X-Seed set. So this is Hero Land, the Noble Edition. I thought I was just going to get a regular vanilla copy, and then I got this big box in the mail. I was like, oh shit, let's go.
I was going to ask. I've actually never seen a vanilla copy of that. I've got a feeling it was only released in the big box in both regions, because I've got a PAL copy and it's like that big box as well.
Well, there's sealed copies on eBay of this game, but it's a different cover, but could they have come out of one of these boxes? Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do they have barcodes on them?
I don't know. That I didn't look for, but yeah, here's one of my pickups, Hero Land Noble Edition. Who said they got it? Yeah, it's $15 on Amazon, down from 30.
Man, that's a good deal.
I had to jump on it. I find myself shopping on Amazon when I see when I'm hunting online for games. First thing I do is I go through Mercari and I see what excites me. And then I go and check the price against Mercari's price on eBay. And lastly, I go over to Amazon and I look over there. And whoever's got the cheapest one, that's usually I go to. And Amazon's been winning lately. It's kind of weird.
Nice.
Now,
Please
yesterday,
excuse me for 1 second.
it's last show I mentioned I wanted a copy of Debtor School, and I bought one during the middle of the podcast. I said there was one on eBay and there was one on Amazon, and it turns out it's the same fucking seller. But I went and grabbed this, and this is Debtor School.
Very cool.
I'm a little pissed because I got this thing in and I was like, wait a minute, what's missing? And the PlayStation tear strip is missing.
Oh no, it was a reseal.
I'm guessing. I mean, if it's a resale, it's a fucking hell of a good resale because it's got the what do they call it? The Y fold. It's beautiful. It's lovely. So I contacted the seller through Amazon, Shopville, USA, where I think they're pretty big. And I contacted the seller and I started my fit and I was like, I gave him the whole speech. I am an avid collector of video games, and the game from this region should have the PS3 tear strip. And since it doesn't, this is a reseal, and you have devalued my copy. And I got 20% back, so they sent me $10 back of the 50 I paid. $40 for this game, even even if it is unsealed, it's still a good deal. But I don't know if you can hear this. Fucking loose disc. I hate that shit. But you think if they resealed the thing, they would be able to set the disc in there right. But
just to add on that, it's not a resale, Will. There's plenty of PAL games that have the Y seal.
Really?
I was asking all over fucking Facebook and everyone's telling me it's a resale. Fucking Nicolo told me it's a fucking resale. I messaged him. Are you sure? And I even asked you, I think.
I said Australian games have plenty. I could pull out 30 or 40 games.
Yeah, but that's Australian games. You guys... Dude, you guys are weirdos. Your toilet's flushed the wrong way. You got animals that'll kill you for just walking the streets. It's a different place down there. Are you sure? But I'm talking about this is obviously not a
hold up the ends, the Y's and stuff. Yeah, that's a seal to me, 100%.
Could 1 second? Figsy,
if you open that, it would smell like a new game smell.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. What was that, AJ?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you guys off. Figsy was wondering if that game has a barcode. If you guys give me a second, I can go check my open copy for you, Figs.
No, shit. Let's go. So, I don't know, chat. Does anyone know? Is this a resale? Is it?
I would willingly bet like a lot on that. That's 100% genuine seal.
Well, shit. Then I just made some fucking random third-party seller on Amazon sent me $10 back for nothing.
Okay, it does. Yeah, don't know how you. Yeah,
interesting.
But although this is a PAL copy, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So this is your hero land?
But nevertheless, I think it's the same for both regions, AJ. So with the barcode being on the back, those ones that are on eBay still, and mainly might be from that pack.
Radio Rants is going to go check his copy. Well, yeah. What was I going to say? I was convinced after asking everybody, after looking at all the other examples online, I was convinced that this thing was a resale because it had no tear strip. But
the amount of PS3 4 games out there, there's a mix of all of them, and it just comes down to what the warehouse has got.
Yeah.
Especially in Australia, we have a mix of both things. And then you get some games that are bloody heat sealed. So there's really 3 different types of seals out there.
Look at it. Chaos says, let me see how many games I purchased during the podcast. I just bought Hero Land for $13 with a coupon.
That's awesome.
My son's usually here to watch my daughter, so you're going to see her bouncing around in the background probably. So you're also going to see me yelling off camera. So give me.
Joe Rad was saying my reprint copy of Berserk from Video Game Plus showed up with torn artwork underneath the seal. Dang,
how does that
asking them for a replacement now. Why would they send that out? Like, come on.
Oh, because they're such a great company. But I just gave him a compliment. Fuck you guys. I've been shitting on these dickheads for fucking weeks now. I'm done making hot takes on this show and on Facebook. So
Look,
VG Plus is a great company.
they're better than Dusty Games.
On to something else, guys. We've been doing a quiz on this podcast for the last couple of weeks. Our guests have been complaining that the quiz is too hard. So I've gone ahead and made the quiz even harder because you can suck up some concrete. So AJ, Will, who would like to go first today on Figsy's quiz?
Figsy, just give me the easy questions, all right? Just do it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Figsy quiz. Play the Figsy quiz. The production value is through the roof on this podcast.
It really is. Do we have a volunteer?
All right, let's. AJ's going first.
Yep,
All right.
I'll go first.
All right, AJ, first question. And if you don't get it, I will hand it over to Will. I'm going to make a rule. If Will can answer, or either of you can answer the question that the other person gets right, I'm going to award half a point. Just to make it a little bit more interesting.
All right, well, I hope you got pen and paper. Keep score.
All right, AJ, first question. Name all the Simpson games on the PS2.
Okay, North America. See, may I request a hint?
I will give you a hint. There's 4.
Okay. Well, okay, fair enough. No, I told my okay. So there's Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yep.
There is Simpsons Road Rage.
Yep.
There is Simpsons Simpsons. I believe it's Simpsons Wrestling.
No,
And
that was on PS1.
Oh, okay. Well, there's Simpsons Skateboarding.
Yep.
See, Road Rage, Skateboarding, Hit and Run, and the Simpsons game.
There we go.
Oh, he got it. 1 point for AJ. Good job, man.
I wouldn't.
I
Have
thought the
gotten that
Simpsons game was going to trick you out because it's on the later releases. As
Dude,
well.
it did for a second because I was like, oh, there's one more, but no, it's on the PS3. It wasn't until I remember I had that as a kid. I'm like, nope, no, it's PS2 as well. So
just on that, it was actually on the PSP. It was on the Wii. It was on the Xbox 360, PS3. I might be missing a system, but every single case has actually got different artwork.
Yeah.
So depending on what system you got a different Simpsons character on the front, which is really cool.
it was also on the DS.
Yeah, that's right. DS. I feel like I'm still missing a system. All right, Will, you ready for your first question?
No, but let's hear have it anyway.
What color is the triangle on the PlayStation controller? You can't look.
I'm not looking. It's not like I have a bunch
Turns
of controllers
around.
over here. Is it blue?
No, it's green.
It's a bluish green, dude.
No, it is not. It is.
That's a
full-on green.
bluish
It's
green.
full on green.
Green. Blue is the X.
Hang on.
Figsy, what color is my underwear? Ew, go to hell.
I'm trying to make the questions easy. All right, AJ, you ready for your next question?
I want to say no, but go ahead and throw it at me anyway.
What Silent Hill game are you trapped in an apartment?
I believe it's 4 or The Room.
That is correct. Silent Hill 4 The Room. AJ has the second point. All right,
Go on, man. Let's have it.
what game series contains the Hidden Blade?
What game series contains a hidden blade?
Yep.
Jesus Christ, I have no fucking clue, dude. The hidden blade.
It's a pretty big one.
Well, I'm sure it is, and when I hear it, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, well, duh." But I
You use it too in the game. It's a pretty important mechanic.
I give up. What game series has a hidden blade? Do you know,
I'm gonna
AJ?
Throw it over to AJ for half a point.
I'm throwing out. No, I don't. I want to say Final Fantasy, but that's probably incorrect.
The correct answer is Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that's what I have not played a single Assassin's Creed game yet.
Okay, fair enough.
I got a pile of them, but my son doesn't. Yeah, my son's game. He would. Yeah, no, I don't. Play
Chaos
Assassin's
would have
Creed.
got himself a point. He's screaming Assassin's Creed in chat. All right, we're on to the last round of questions. This one is for one.
It's for me.
Did I just skip a question?
No.
No. This is AJ's question. You just had the Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah. Okay.
AJ, what generation is the PS4 from?
8th generation.
Correct. AJ has named all 3 questions right. First time on the quiz. G. That's never happened before. All right, well, final question for a bit of pride. This is a tougher one too, to be fair. What was the first game to use the DualShock controller?
The first game?
Yeah.
I don't know. Tomb Raider.
That's a good answer. The correct answer, I'll hand it over to AJ to have a shot.
Is it Ape? I believe it's Ape Escape.
Oh,
You got it. G.
Good job, AJ. I mean, come on. Even though I got my ass handed to me, I got to give it to you. Good job.
Thank you.
That was impressive, mate. This has been Figsy's quiz, guys. Thanks for playing.
Bam. Ciao. All right, guys. On this note, or that note, I'm gonna take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. I'll be back.
What games have you been playing at the moment, AJ?
I've mostly been playing Batman Arkham Asylum and Dead Space.
Oh, nice. Dead Space number 1.
Yes.
Are you going to play the new one when it comes out?
Maybe. It's just one of those things. I don't really like to buy a lot of AAA games day one, so I might if the reviews come out and it's good, it's well built and everything. But yeah, I never played the first Dead Space, so I figured it was finally time to go ahead and do that.
Nice. I've heard it's really scary.
So far, it is pretty scary. The graphics hold up very well. The monster designs are pretty terrifying.
Funny we're talking about Dead Space. I almost put down one of the questions. How many Dead Space games are there? And I'm like, nah, that's too easy. They'll get that right away. We're going to have to get you back on one day, AJ, for like a Quizmasters, like the best of. Come take on the undefeated champ, AJT. Oh, too funny.
I'm just like you didn't
a good take on AAA games. Like, I want to play the new Harry Potter game, but I'm sort of on the edge of buying it day one or waiting to see if it's coming out as a full product or not.
Yeah,
it's a big game, but it's made by a studio that hasn't got a big reputation or anything.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's one of those things.
I'm still excited for it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, sir.
No, you're right. What were you saying?
I was just saying that, the new Harry Potter looks really good. It's just there's been a bad track record with Harry Potter games from what I've heard.
It hasn't. Like, you can almost say that with most movie titles. Like, a lot of them, they just put it out because the new movie's coming out where, I think Philosopher's Stone was like Sorcerer's Stone was a reskin of one of the PS1 games, and like they literally just copied the game and threw assets in there and changed it. So you can see them being really lazy on those games. There's a few PS3 games, not Harry Potter, but they were kids games, and it was actually a complete replica of an Adventure Time game where they just ripped off the entire game, put in different assets, and called it a full release.
Really?
Yeah. It is. Oh, it's coming to me. It's got an orange spine. Here it is. Megamind. It's the Megamind game. It's just a reskin of something.
Huh.
And there's a couple of games like that. One of the Adventure Time games is a reskin of something else. It's not coming to me. If anyone in chat knows, please let me know. But yeah, like when you really look into it, there's some really lazy developers that are just, there's a new movie coming out. We can make money selling a video game. We don't have to do any effort to. So
it's really unfortunate, because for every one or two good tie-ins, there's 10 bad ones, or even worse, mediocre. At least with the bad ones, there's something fun to talk about with them.
Yeah, exactly. At least with this Hogwarts game, it's not to do anything with the movies. It's set
Yeah.
like 150 years prior to the books even being set and stuff. So it should be a good game. I'm hopeful for it, but been burnt in the past with things like Cyberpunk and No Man's Sky, so it's hard to get your hopes up for new games these days.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. From what I've seen when they do Harry Potter, it does look really interesting. I definitely think that worst case scenario after the patch, it'll be if it's not built the best day one, after the patch on clearance, it'll still be a very fun purchase. I mean,
Yeah.
it does look to be fairly solid from the trailers.
Yeah, and they've come out with 40 to 60 hours to finish the game. So it's a solid RPG. You know, it should be a good experience for the money, but plenty of games that haven't lived up to that hype. So, like I said, it's hard to get excited for video games these days.
Yeah, for sure, especially the AAA stuff. The more niche stuff is a bit of a different situation, but they also know they can't get away with making half-baked games.
Oh, yes and no. Look at Rockstar's last release. They don't care.
Well, what I was talking about was like Atlas stuff, NIS America. They're normally pretty good about making sure the game at least plays like it should.
I think the next big one that will really decide if the video game market has changed will be the new Bethesda title,
Yeah,
Starlink, because it's very similar to No Man's Sky. If that comes out broken, like that's just going to set trends for the future. Like, it's going to sell regardless. But if they actually make a working fucking game from day one, other developers are going to be like, oh shit, maybe we have to do this too.
yeah. Well, unfortunately, it's Bethesda, so it's probably not going to be built very good from day one.
Do they have have they already set a release date?
Which I'm a fan for. Like, I'm the biggest advocate for game developers delaying their games. Because if they're delaying their games, they've said to the people who are pushing out for targets, no, we're not finished. You're going to have to wait a couple of months.
Yeah,
If they're pushing out a game for a release date, they're being rushed. 100% they're being rushed for it. And I can go back and name so many amazing games that were rushed right at the end. Like one of my favorite games of all time, Dark Souls. It's rushed at the end. The end of Dark Souls is shit because they wanted to get the game out by the release date, so they rushed the end of it. And so many games are exactly the same. Like, how many games have you played where it's amazing and then you get to the last couple of missions and it's like, what the fuck just happened there?
loads of them.
Final Fantasy 15. Oh my god, they redid the end of the game. It was that bad.
That was oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, if anyone played level 13, stage 13 before they patched it, it was one of the worst video game experiences I've ever had. It was like the start of Final Fantasy 13, but worse.
Have you played all of Final Fantasy 13? Because
I didn't get past halfway. I just got so sick of it. It was boring.
Really, I've not played it yet, but I have heard mixed things about it. So I wanted to hear your take on it.
The start is very linear, and I didn't get past that part. So I've heard really good things after that, though.
I put an hour into Final Fantasy 7, the remake.
Dude, the remake's really good.
Yeah, I thought that was fantastic. Well, really
It was the first.
enjoyed
It was the first Final Fantasy game I was able to sit down and actually finish.
No, the I think the longest RPG ever finished from beginning to end was Xenogears, and that was back in the PS1 days.
Oh, dude, I'm playing that one for the first time. It's really good. It's held up remarkably well.
It's hyper. It's a lot of religious overtones in that one, but
I love it.
Yeah, I had the book and I was playing along because I get lost. Yeah, I have a problem. I start a game and then I'll come back a week later and have no clue what the hell's going on in the game because my memory's for shit. So I just sit there with the book and follow along. Now I don't need a book anymore. I got the internet to do all that for me. But speaking of unfinished games, this is a good segue into our homework segment because it ties in with my homework assignment. So today's, as you know, guys, here on the PlayStation podcast, we like to assign our guests homework, and we do the homework as well. And today's homework assignment was show us one of your purchasing regrets. It was a little harder for some of you guys. It was hard for me. I came up with the idea, and I sat there looking at my shelves like, God damn, I make some really good purchases. But no, I found one. I found one that was I do regret. So who wants to go first? Who wants to present their homework assignment to the class?
I'll go first. I haven't got anything to show, but I have a story to talk about. If that makes
Let's hear
sense.
it, man.
Well, I couldn't really think of anything. Like, I went through my collection, and there's games that I've bought that are worth less than what I paid for, but I don't necessarily regret that because I didn't buy it for the monetary value. I didn't buy it as an investment. I bought it for a video game. But one things I did buy that I have since replaced is anything in my collection that wasn't complete. When I first started collecting, I wasn't as OCD as I am today, and I was buying games that had no manuals or had scratches or had imperfections in the artwork. I ended up rebuying every single piece, which obviously cost a lot of money. So I regret rushing in the first place and not collecting things that are 100% complete, great condition from day one.
You ever try to piece together a game, Figsy? Or
I have, and it's taken me years. I now have every game in my collection complete, but it took many, many years and a lot of money to do that. So I regret not doing it in the first place.
I don't know, man. I'll jump on a loose disc and just make a cover until I can find one, until one pops up on eBay. But yeah, I know that drives you nuts. But what about you, AJ? What's your biggest purchase regret?
Well, I've got one that I regret purchasing, and then one that has a bit of a story behind it with Figsy. Do you want me to say both, or just the one?
Yeah, lay it on both of us.
All right. So the thing I regret buying, I can't fully. I don't know how much of this you guys can see.
I can see it.
It's a PS4 Guitar Hero controller, and I regret this one because I was being dumb, and in my area, these are really hard to find, and so I bought the first one I could find. It was with the game, I think it was like 170.
Ouch.
And not even a month later, I got one in better condition for free. So, I greatly regret, I guess, rushing with that one, because it's one of those things. It's a Rock Band controller. Eventually, you're going to find one for free or cheap.
And did you get the dongle with it?
It's a PS4 one, so it does not need the dongle.
No, there's no dongles on the PS4 ones. Oh.
Yeah.
I sold that game for like $40. Like I think it was Rock Band. Yeah, it was like on the PS4. I never knew it was such a. I guess it's a medium title, but it's a lot for one
what
game.
it is. Yeah.
They're quite sought after those games. The Rock Band games, Guitar Hero games on PS4.
I've got almost all the Rock Band and Guitar Heroes on the PS3.
No.
I almost had a complete set, and then I sold the. Yeah, I regret selling that. But there you go. What's your second situation?
My second one is one I regret. I think I showed it to you guys. I think I showed you guys this a second ago before the podcast started.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Suin Kagura. I paid. I think I said I paid $70 for it. And it when it was supposedly new, got it home and it was opened up. Open new.
GameStop new.
Yeah. And I regret this because this is one of the first things I bought for the PS4 when I started actually getting into collecting for it around 2019, 2018. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it's a bit newer than that, but you guys get the, overall thing. At one point, I was just going to GameStop buying whatever looked interesting at whatever price they had set. So not the smartest, but I keep it around here as a testament to learning and growing. So.
No, man. I which one is it? It's not Beach Splash.
It's Burst Renewal.
Burst. Yeah.
I guess Burst Renewal.
And yeah, it's one of my favorite series, the Senran Kagura ones.
Oh, same here.
Yeah, it's just
Excuse me for a second, guys.
Naughty games. But I'm gonna go ahead and show my homework assignment. This game, speaking of unfinished games, here's my purchasing regret. Cyberpunk 2077. Why do I regret it? Because I paid full price for it.
Ooh.
And then not even a month later, these things were everywhere for like $8-10. So I will no longer be an early adopter. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to cannibalize the case because it's one of the it's got two the disc flap. Now those are always fun, but and they're not easy to come by, especially on PS4. Not many games, and I know Red Dead Redemption has two as a disc flap, and that's the only other one I could think of. But
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Will.
No. If you know another one, please let it know.
I think one of the Mega Man games does. I think one of the compilation discs.
You're captain. You're the king of trivia over here and shit. So
Give me another
Crowned official king of trivia.
yeah, I'm making you a meme for next week and see if we'll see if anybody can beat it.
He didn't just get all his questions right; he even stole your question.
Good. One of these days you're gonna pick a fucking set of questions that are my fucking area expertise, but you fucking. What was the name of the hat the dude wore in the game?
What's the color of the triangle on the controller?
Yeah, I should have gotten that one. I don't know.
I thought that was too easy. So
no, I thought it's bluish green to me. Maybe they taught you different colors over there in South America. Australia.
Will, Will is a legally blind man. I can assure you that is fully green. It is bad.
Dude, I got him. I suck at the game, okay? Fuck, shit.
It's bad when a legally blind guy can see it better than you can. Okay, I think I was actually wrong about the Mega Man game having a double disc, Will.
No, it's okay, man.
I feel like that Mega Man game's got a soundtrack in it or something.
Oh, okay. This is what it is. Hang on. It's a double disc game, but it uses a.
Oh yeah, those are even more rare.
Uses a case like that.
Oh, nice.
What was that one game I brought? Aria has a case like that. A lot of the Tedesco games that come with soundtrack have a case like that. I don't know. I kind of like the flap because then you still got room to stick a manual or whatever the hell else in there.
Yeah.
No, I really like that, like Tedesco type with the disc on both sides.
Yeah, but
I think it's nicer.
I don't know. I like my paperwork. But it's just me. And
sorry, didn't mean to cut you off again.
No, man. I got a Senran Kagura Estival Versus.
Yeah.
And and then some guy was just selling the soundtrack locally, and it was just 2 loose discs. So I cannibalized Red Dead Redemption 2, and I got a double disc flap, and I put the whatchamacallits in there, the soundtracks in there, and of course Senran Kagura I think it has a manual, so it all fits. It's nice. I got it all there, and it's one of a kind. It's unique. It's all mine, but it's legit.
Well, I got a big stack of pickups sitting here. We were going to show our pickups today, weren't we?
Yeah, we already did them, and then you went off and you went off. So yeah, what'd you get? What came in the mail, Figs?
Well, I'll show you what arrived this morning. All these games will be for sale soon, so if you are after any, let me know. But we got some exciting PS3 stuff from Indonesia. This is through Addy over in Indonesia. So we have Vampire Resurrection for PS3.
Lovely
This
game.
is the Region 3 version. It's got English subtitles.
The Japanese one also plays in English, just in case anyone's wondering. But
I was actually about to ask the same thing.
Plus, it's a fighting game. You don't really need English to play a fighting game.
Yeah, but everything in between is in English. So that's nice. It's one of my favorite games right there.
I got 2 sealed copies of Everybody Golf 6. This is the Chinese English version. So this plays in English. It also features a trophy list where the Japanese version doesn't actually have trophy support. I love Everybody Golf 6. So I originally bought this to play back in like 2017. And then we got a factory sealed power copy of Time and Eternity, NIS America.
It's a very interesting game.
PS3 strip.
Very nice. Did you bring anything home to keep this?
Yeah, I did. I got a package from Jonas over in Belgium. Me and Jonas made a trade, and a couple of things for the collection. So Jonas actually tracked me down the Larry games on PS4. There's 2 of them. So here we have Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry. And Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Dry twice.
You dirty old
If you don't know what these are, Larry's like an ex-playboy, and you're like basically in the dating scene. Instead of Tinder, you use an app called timber to pick up girls in the game, and it's funny, it's fun, it's a weird, quirky game.
The best part about the Leisure Suit Larry game, at least the first one, is that they have a pretty funny excuse as to why this guy like Larry is teleported, is in modern day times and not being canceled or anything else. It's because he was literally thrown into a time machine when he got drunk one night. And so sorry, go ahead, Will.
No, I know the earlier ones they showed little video game boobies. Is there any nudity in these, Fixie?
One's rated 16, one's rated 18, so possibly 18 plus one, but I can't say I've played them. So I've played the PS3 one and turned it off because it was terrible.
Yeah, that one's horrible. But the PS4 one, it's actually, if you like point and clicks, it's pretty solid. I don't remember there being any nudity in the PS4 one, but I played it 3 or 4 years ago, so it could have, I could be misremembering.
I got a couple more titles. So this is from one of those low print companies. I don't support them or anything, but they had a clearance sale. This is $5. It's only got 1,000 copies. So it's called Indie Apocalypse.
Oh, very good.
And it's done by Jandu Soft Games, which unfortunately the company's actually gone broke. So all their games got sold cheap. A collector actually bought them, or a reseller. So they are available on the secondary market. But yeah, it's a shame, but I'm not surprised that these low print companies are going broke, because there's only a certain amount of games that you can make until people are just going to stop buying them. So
yeah,
might be a sign of things to come for the future,
especially when they're arguably shovelware or just low quality titles.
Yeah, exactly. The only reason I bought this is because it was $5, and I thought the artwork looked pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it does.
Literally the only reason I bought it. And then one more game, which I'm actually really, really happy to have in the collection. So this was actually pulled from the shelves in Australia. And all copies, I believe, was sent to Europe or destroyed or put in the secondary market. So it can be very hard to get in Australia. And that's Senran Kagura Eternal Versus.
Estival Versus.
Bigsy, name that game in this segment as well.
Well, I might have a bonus name that game if Figsy's up for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy to have this one in the collection. So thanks, Jonas, for this. Jonas didn't actually have this in his collection, so I'm sending him my UK copy, and he's really happy with that.
Yeah, that's I think yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's the priciest one of the bunch. Well, for the NTSC set anyway. The Estival versus the Senran.
So over here, sellers in Australia are trying to sell that for like $300, but you can buy the Australian version in France for $60.
That's crazy.
Is that one going in the collection, or is that one going up for grabs?
It's in the collection.
There we go.
It's a good game, man. It just seems like fan service, but no, it's a very good beat 'em up. Like Dynasty Warrior style game.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's funny. 3 out of the 4 games that Jonas sent you are pervert games. Congratulations, Figsy. You're a fucking creep.
Welcome to the club, Figsy.
Who's the creep? Me or Jonas? Hey man, can you get me these? Just don't tell anyone.
All right. Well, it's fine. Thank you for this. Thanks for mispronouncing that last game, Figsy, because this is a great segue into another of our segments on the show. Figsy, name that game. Okay, yeah, I'm doing the side. And today, our guest is going to be hosting this show. So, AJ, I'll let you take it away. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can't. Sorry, I was waiting for the photo to show up.
Oh, I already did it. There it is.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was meaning the photo of the game itself. So.
Okay.
AJ can't bring the photo up.
I thought you were gonna bring it out.
There
anyway.
it is.
He's waiting for you to bring it up, AJ.
Now, go ahead, Figsy.
I was talking, so I didn't have to pronounce it. Trying to stall. Yumatuso remaster.
You got remaster, right? Let me take a stab. I believe it's pronounced Yumi Utsusu.
Yes, that's. Even I have trouble pronouncing that one, Figsy. That was kind of unfair.
You're all
What,
unfair.
and what kind of game is this? I mean, we're talking about pervert games. What the fuck?
Yeah,
is
it's a girls. They describe it as a girls' love adventure game. Is how they describe it on here. So something about one of these girls works at a game company. That's about all I could really make out from a little bit of research I've done on them. There's 2 parts to it. So if you're up for it, I have a bonus one, Figsy.
Bring it on.
Yeah, hit me.
All right, hang on. I had to get the box. Hang on.
We're off to a brilliant start, so why not get one more wrong?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Let me know when you guys can see the
Oh, we've had this one before. It's Autumnara. It's a mono. No.
Utaware Rumono.
Figsy. If it makes you feel any,
That.
Figsy, if it makes you feel any better, I'm just as bad at pronouncing games as you are, man. So
Even channel like to say is like pronounce this tomorrow. We're going
It's funny when I come across one of these games, I'll sit there and I'll figure it out because I don't want to fuck it up. And also because when I want to go into the fucking video game store and ask for it, I want to be like, well, I know my shit.
right.
Trying to impress the dickhead behind the counter. You know, and second thought, fuck that dickhead.
Why do you say that, Will? Because I've had this so many times, then had to like show them a photo and they say, oh, you mean this, and pronounce it correctly after I said, hey, do you have this in stock, and just said completely the wrong thing.
That's how you end up with the wrong game. Oh shit! You end up with fucking Pokemon. But anyway, all right. Might as well get. Can you hear her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gwen, shut up. Hold on a minute.
Sand Blast was saying, I bought the Senran and Kagura Wonderful Beauties Edition, new sealed for £15, and it looks like it's now selling for $100. Damn,
that's
nice
crazy.
Plan,
Is that's Bountiful Beauties? Which console is that?
I'm assuming PS4. There's a lot of them on PS4.
No, there's
Maybe
Festival Versus, there's Peach Beach Splash, and then there's Burst Renewal.
There's also I don't know.
If I'm missing one, I'm gonna be pissed.
Not on the I don't think you're on the PS4, but on the Vita there is. I can't remember the full title, but the limited edition is called the Let's Get Physical edition.
Let's get physical.
Yeah, exactly. Shinobi Versus, that's the one. And then there's also Bon Appetit on the Vita as well. And then there's on the Switch, I think it's called Reflections. That one's an interesting title. Limited Run published that one.
James is saying you might be able to pronounce the games better than me. Well,
oh, my daughter. Okay, I was like, whoa. Oh no, you got me looking up because I thought there were only 3 games on the PS4.
possibly it's on the Vita. I'm not too familiar with them. If it's not released in Australia, it sort of just goes one ear out the other.
Well, if you got the Neptunia Cross Senran Kagura Ninja Wars.
Yeah.
Got that one. You got Burst Renewal. Yep. Burst Renewal at the Seams Editions, Burst Renewal Tailor Made Edition, Estival Versus Endless Summer Edition, Peach Beach Splash, and yeah, that's it. That Bountiful game, it's got to be on a different console.
It might be a Japanese limited edition.
No, Sandblast said it's on PS4. So maybe PAL?
If there's a PAL one, I'd have to have it. God damn it.
The Sega was saying, Aunt Child's great. I have a sealed copy of Yakuza Dead Cells, and my 1.5-year-old son teared apart the seal.
Oh.
That hurts.
She tore. I had a. It was one of the Arkham games. It had the Kotobukiya statuette of Batman in it. Yeah, she tore the seal off of that one.
Oh man.
I ended up selling it to Ricky because he was looking for a. He's doing on his what do they call it? Variant hunt. He needed that one, but it went to a good home. Deep Crimson, Shinuku, Bon Appetit is for the Vita.
Radio was saying there's 5 he fought Senran games on PS4.
Well, I mean, there's 3 base games and a whole bunch of shitload of different special editions.
I'll see if I can find a photo of it. Well, while you're looking.
He said Bountiful, right? Bountiful.
Yeah, Bountiful.
Bountiful Beauties. God damn it! Now we're all over. Sorry to slow this down. It's just it's like, oh my god, that's my jam, and they're fucking telling me I'm missing a part of my jam. I'm gonna be upset.
Are you gonna be going for the Vita ones at all, Will, or just
No, just PS4. But yeah, there's a bunch of
power release. Wow, that's a crazy box. I'll post a photo of it on the stream.
PAL. Curses. PAL. It's a PS4. PAL PlayStation 4. Burst renewal. No, I'm not seeing it.
Here you go, Will.
Oh, that's a burst renewal, though. Yeah,
It'll be that big box there. That we're
all right, so yeah, I got the base game. It's burst renewal, but it's a Bountiful Beauties edition. All right, I can live with that. I already got
It's
it.
the same game. It's just a different edition. You can live without that.
Yeah, I don't need all 8 editions. I'll be happy with just one. One edition is good for me. All right, guys.
It's also one on the 3DS. Deep Crimson's over on the 3DS as well.
Yeah, there's that, but yeah, I'm not.
Did you hear that limited run reprinted that version?
Of course they did.
Reprinted. Never heard of that. No one reprints. No one reprints shit in this business.
Right? Look, I have an imaginary copy of Nier over there, as well as Sonic Unleashed. You know, they just don't exist. They're phantoms.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question? And this goes out to chat as well. I was talking to a collector this week about Nier on PS3, and I'm well aware that it got reprinted by VGP back in 2017. But there's plenty of articles online that say that the Square Enix store actually reprinted the PAL copy. I was speaking to a collector that bought a sealed copy for like $30 back in 2018. So is anyone aware of a reprint of the PAL Nier on PS3? I found articles saying that Square Enix were going to do it. I couldn't actually find it on their website or anything, but yeah, I just thought I'd ask you guys. If anyone in chat knows, please let us know. Because we have been talking about PAL reprints, like if they're happening or not. And, well aware of all these NTSC ones. So it is interesting to know if there is a PAL reprint or at all going on.
Hopefully PAL remains unsullied. I bought a PAL game. I got a PAL game coming. Friends hooking me up for it with it. It's a German game with the big USK. I can't remember what it is. But at any rate, yeah, I'm starting to lean towards PAL for my collecting. It's kind of weird. I know I used to be anti-PAL, but now I'm thinking they're the real ones, if you know what I mean. That's the one you're going to want to collect, because the other shit being printed ESRB, it's who knows what's going to happen to it.
Right. To be fair, he has a very good point. I don't really care what region it is, as long as I can get it for cheap. So, for example, I'm the sort of collector where if I can get a good example is the Hyperdimension Neptunia Four Goddesses game. The ESRB copy is worth quite a bit more than a PAL copy, and so I would gladly settle for a cheap PAL copy as opposed to a overpriced NTSC copy. So
you can play it.
Yeah, exactly.
It still works, right? The only difference is the rating. Then, unless you're going for a full NTSC set, what really matters? Like,
I know I'm at that crossroads now, because I've committed myself to getting this the Exceed / Marvelous set, but Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 are like $80 and $100, whereas the PAL copies are $30 and $30. So I may have to go for a PAL copy. I have to look at the I think
I got a
I
solution for you, Will. What about the PS3 copies?
already got them
So why do you need them again? You already got them.
because yeah, I'm phasing out PS3.
There's also more content. There's like over 1,000 extra lines of dialogue, I believe, on the PS4 copy.
Oh, great! I
Really
get to
interesting.
sit down and read it that much.
Well, sorry, voice dialogue.
Oh, okay. Well,
Now,
In
Siren
regards,
just asked a quick
sorry.
question. What's the difference between the two near NTSC versions? I can't actually answer that. I'm not sure if there are any differences.
I think it's.
I know of one. Hang on, give me 1 second. I got a reprint. Hang on.
And the collector I spoke to yesterday showed me the back of his power case, and it had a little black little triangle on it. I'll bring a photo of it up to show you guys if I can find it. He was saying that that's not on the original. I couldn't find a copy of the original. But yeah.
All right. So there's not a whole lot of difference. Hang on. Okay, let me know if I'm in frame here, guys.
You're in frame. I
cool.
can see the difference from here.
Yeah. There's the biggest thing is the PS3 case.
Yeah.
And when you open it up, there is no registration cards or anything. So.
Yeah, it's good. It's open that up for me again. Does that have the flaps for the secondary disc?
Oh yes, it does. Hang on.
The hinges, I should say.
It does, and I don't know how you guys can see this.
No, yeah, it's a.
So it uses the new style of case, which Ricky has pointed out previously.
Yep, I bought this on Amazon. I want to say 4 or 5 months ago. So.
It's the same case with what the hell is that game?
This is the little black triangle I was talking to you guys about, which appears on the reprint of the PAL. Can anyone that has a sealed PAL copy confirm if this is on their original print or not? And then if you do have one, did you buy it prior to 2017? So many questions. Love to get all the answers, though. You know, we ask these questions so then we can definitively say, okay, there's a reprint of this game. It came out this year. We definitely know this.
What is? I mean, I know it's a. Somebody said that earlier. I think it was Rancid, Radio to Rancid, that his copy of Dead School has the same triangle with the PP on it. I know the triangle's recycled. What is the PP, or is that just foreign?
I think that's another recycling, different thing. Just means something for them.
And yes, Radio to Rancid. I do have Kanagawa Jet Girls. I think that it's another marvelous game that only came in a special edition pack.
Do you have the special edition box?
Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen it come any other way. If there are loose ones out there, I haven't seen it.
Chaos is saying Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 NTSC only come in a big box version, where PAL got a standard copy.
Yeah.
Just on that, for the PS3, Trails of Cold Steel 1 has a limited edition that actually has a spot that fits the case of Trails of Cold Steel 2. It's really cool. It's the only pack that does that.
We're talking about PS3?
Yeah, the PS3 pack. So they knew that they were going to make a sequel to the game before they even brought it out.
Yeah, don't show me that. You're gonna make me angry.
I actually have a story about this. Well, this will make you even more angry than the thing itself. I don't know where you can see this. The box is just
beat the
mangled. This was from a moving company. When I moved, somehow this is one of the few things that
they managed to fuck.
They managed to mess up. I about had a heart attack on them over that one.
Oh, I can imagine. Do you got two?
Let's see. Yeah. Oh man, this would make you mad. Well, hang on. Let's see if I can get this thing in focus.
$50. Dude, why? You're the worst guest we've ever had, AJ. You beat me at the game. You're pissing me off. Hold on a minute. Let me take care of this.
I love it all.
I fixed it.
In the previous podcast, I do recall Will saying, AJ, you're my favorite guest. I love you, AJ. Comments back when we were talking about Dusty.
I am a fickle person.
Well, hey, if that's the case, Will, here you go. Let's go ahead and...
I'll take you off screen again. Fuck you. Oh yeah, I got that one cheap off Amazon when Amazon was giving them away. Are they still like doing those real cheap?
Not too sure. Oh, here you go. Here's another one, Will.
What's that?
Thimbleweed Park.
See,
not on my radar.
Okay, well,
I can't even tell what system it's for.
That's that is a little run. Here we go, then, Will. Neptunia versus
I already
That's
have
when you
it.
have virtual stars.
I got it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and quit while I'm ahead then.
All right, guys. You know what I think it's time for? It's time for meme time. I got a whole shitload of memes. Yeah. So some of these are mine. Some of these are donated. I'm just gonna go down the list because we got a big pile to get through here. First, no, that's a Figsy quiz. This one's Figsy brought this to us, and says, "Hey guys, here's a game I own, which means a lot to me. I also have an open copy to play. What is this game? Video games are meant to be played." And then on the same page, "Hey guys, just purchased my 6,000th game for my collection." Yes, the hypocrisy is real. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this one made me laugh. It's a Pokemon one. Hey Dad, I caught a weird orange fish while you're in the bathroom.
With the master ball. Oh my god.
All right. Let's see what else we got. Honey, move along. My daughter's trying to get in on the show. I can't see these. Hold on, give me a minute. I made this one long ago. I don't know if this is but yeah, PlayStation 3 bundle, $350.
Oh, it's
And
so bad.
it's got some weirdo hand feet there. I actually deleted this meme out of my phone long ago, but I saw it on Reddit and I was like, holy shit, that's mine.
Why are they different color feet?
It's because it's probably somebody from Phoenix. But let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, this one went over well. And since you already got picked to be scammed, I'm throwing in a keychain. This guy's just too happy for my taste. he's just a big happy one. But yeah, the verdict's still out of really scamming people. But I don't know. I thought this was funny. But yeah, they supposedly they don't do the work. But oh, here's a Mario one. This one's kind of weird. Don't forget to wash your foreskin. This is an advertisement for the Super Mario body shampoo. I don't know. But, yeah, Mario's entering some Michael Jackson territory there. Oh, here's a good one. What are you in for? I opened my sealed games. Dude, what the fuck?
That's great.
Yeah, people don't get it. Oh man. Last week I showed what was it? It was the Onishambara game with the weird thighs. Yeah. Well, here's Bloodborne. The guy's got assless chaps. That's just kind of hot. And then here's another one you can do it with. This is Overwatch. The butt's kind of in a weird position, but you get the point.
You know, in regards to that Bloodborne photo, it's moments like that I'm glad I already can't see for shit.
Oh, you're missing out. Andy sent me this one. Andy, friend of the show, he's been on a couple times as a guest host. This is Bethesda and Rockstar. They're shaking hands, selling us the same game for 10 years.
Yep.
Literally.
It's a shame.
I rebought Skyrim on the PS5, so it's clear enough, you know.
One more here.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
How many copies of GTA 5 and Skyrim have you bought over the years?
I've never bought one. Honestly, I've gotten them in. Well, I guess I would be buying them when you get them in a lot. So you are buying them probably about 8 times.
2 of each.
Yeah.
I've even bought GTA 5 on PC because I wanted to play roleplay at one point. PS4 copies, multiple PS3 copies, collector's editions. Oh my god, probably like 10 of each game.
It's crazy.
They're certainly making their money's worth, and they're raking it in on the DLC, on the goodies you can buy and whatnot. All right, one last one, and then I'll wrap this up because you got a shitload. This is a book. I'm not buying another game for at least 12 months, and other hilarious jokes you can tell yourself.
Yep. I can barely go a month without buying a new game.
Oh man, I try, but they always sneak in. I got a couple others, but we'll leave those in the back burner. Maybe show them next week. Oh, announcement for you, everybody in PAL land, if you don't know already. Omori, you can pre-order it now. It's out the 31st of March 2023. I don't know if you can see that, but it says 3-1 and it's got a TH. I don't know, maybe that's the metric system or something, but out March 31st, October 23. Pre-order now. Omori.
Why is that so weird?
Dude, I don't know, dude. This is my friend of mine there's a store called Game of Barnsley, and I guess they're inside. It's a chain in England, and they're inside a Sports Direct store, which is like it's a sports store. And I guess in the back they got a little room. It's called Game, and yeah, that's where that's from.
Game's been around for a long time. Don't forget, guys, you can use code WILL to get 5% off your purchase.
Yeah, just when you go up there and you purchase it, Will sent me here, and yeah,
another one. Oh my god,
they'll roll out the red carpet for you.
Do you guys mind if I ask you a question?
No, fire away.
It's in regards to regional exclusives and whatnot. If a game comes out in America and then later on in PAL, do you see that as its own sort of reprint in a way, especially if the game was like limited run games in America and then standard release in PAL?
No.
Okay.
No, because if you go back to the first ever PS1 game released, Ridge Racer, it got released in Japan. 6 months later, it got released in America. That's how games used to be released back in the day.
All the American copies are reprints. They're all useless. Fucking throw them out.
I just didn't know, especially if it was a title that came out in America first, if the US saw that any differently. So,
no, for me, it's not a reprint.
No, I mean, if it's its initial release, it's not a reprint. But after that, I would count it as a reprint.
Well, a lot of the times, AJ, they'd have to especially if it got released in Japan first, they'd have to then change the language and stuff like that. So it might be the reason it's not being released at the same time is because they've finished the game in Japanese, but they haven't finished the game in English. And
fair enough.
Especially back in the 90s, this would have been the case.
I'm talking about PS4 games that are, exclusive to America by limited run games in particular, or other limited companies, and they get a standard release later.
Not at all. Okay. So many limited run games have now gotten retail releases. Like you wouldn't even call a retail release in America a reprint if limited run first done it. It's just how it's coming out. It's got different artwork for one. So it's a different version of the game to me. I would call them variants, not reprints.
Rancid brings up a good.
If it's a different region, it's completely different again.
The PAL version of Sonic Mania has the DLC, and the North American version does not. And that's usually something reserved for what's the word I'm looking for? Greatest hits titles. So
yeah, but it comes down to when games were released too. If a game gets released and then later on a patch comes out and then they're going to release it in another region, well, they're going to put the patch on it, of course. It just makes sense. Why would you release a broken game?
And it also makes sense now that you say that to buy the last release of any game that's out there.
Yep. Like I've been saying, I don't preach it, but I've been saying this for years that greatest hits versions, platinum versions are ideally the best versions to get. Because if there are faults in a game, they're going to patch them. Where, say you're playing a PS3 game in 20 years when the servers have been cut down and there's a day one patch on that game that makes it unplayable, then you probably can't play it without the platinum or the greatest hits version. I'm not saying this is for every game, but there are going to be some games that will be the case.
No, man, greatest hits reprints. We don't want to do this shit. Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm done shitting on reprints. James has a hot take. He says it's a variant.
Yeah.
I guess technically it is, yeah. But anyway. Oh, so it looks like someone has an answer to your near.
Is your copy PAL Sandblast? Near was Sandblast is saying near for the PS3 was reprinted 2007. Oh, in PAL, yeah. The disc of the reprint says 2017. The original says, wow. Okay, thank you very much for that information. That's really, really great, Sandblast.
Wow, this chat actually is good for something.
I do have a
I'm
question.
kidding.
Sorry, do you guys mind if I ask another question?
No, dude, fire away. Don't just ask.
All right. So in regards to, I don't want to get into the whole Dusty Games thing, but I did see something that was interesting in regards. In regards to it, another graded copy of the Syberia Collection recently sold for even less than the last one that was discussed on the chat. It sold for $200 graded, and I wanted to hear you guys' opinion on that one.
Well, that particular seller bought 2 copies, and he bought them unaware that there was a reprint. So, and he paid $450 each. So, unfortunately, that seller is the one who's been burnt in this instance. He wouldn't have graded them if he knew that they were reprinted. So, I feel sorry for this seller.
Me too.
I personally spoke to him. He said this to me. He wasn't aware. Once I made it aware to him, he changed the listing to say that it was a reprint. He got completely burnt. But he bought them initially thinking that, it's $1,000 game, and he's getting them for $450.
Yeah.
Is this the same guy that initially posted on in the Collectors of America group, the one that Ricky saw? Is like, hold on a minute, is it the same guy?
Yeah, that one, the 9.8 that they didn't, the CGC graded one. There was 2 of them graded. CGC didn't announce that it was, or didn't say that it was a reprint on the grade.
They don't know. They're just
they're unaware.
I mean, the information is just, it's so hard to get out there right now. Thankfully, people are starting to be aware. And as a heads up, if you want to see any of these listed on eBay, I've messaged a lot of the guys and sellers, and they are not dropping the price or doing much to change things. So some sellers are aware, and they're still not doing a single thing about it.
And some sellers are also aware, and you just fucking gave them a gut punch to their fucking ego, and they're like, oh god, I pay. Oh, they're fucking. They feel crunchy, and
and that's going to happen. And one person's made money on this, and we all know who that is. Dusty Games, because he's selling them at auction. So he's letting the market decide the price without knowledge. It's very, very shady.
Is he still selling them?
Unknowledgeable people bid them up.
I don't know if he's still selling them, AJ, or if he's still auctioning them. But
I don't follow Whatnot at all, so someone.
Yeah, no, I get emails from him every now and again, but I've been blocked from his.
Same here, Will. you remember that day, right?
Oh, I do,
dude. Oh man, the craziest thing was I wasn't being rude to the dude. I was just trying to. But hey, what's the situation here?
Yeah, well, it's snowballed and whatever, and the guys, I do. No, that's a hot take. I'm going to keep it to myself.
No. Well, it's okay.
A couple of questions in chat I just wanted to answer. So Sirens are saying VGA needs to reprint games you can't buy on the PSN store. Unfortunately, this is never going to happen, because if a game's not on the PSN store, it's been removed for most likely a licensing issue. Let's look at Godzilla, for example. Godzilla, VGP have announced that they're never going to do that because they can't with the licensing. And the games that they're reprinting are going to be exactly the same. So if they're reprinting a game, it's most likely has a PSN version because all the licensing is still available and stuff. So,
what about?
Fortunately, that's probably not going to happen, Sirens, and I wish it would.
Do you think it might be different for PS3 games? Like I believe that they either got old stock or reprinted Azura's Wrath recently.
Yeah, they announced 20 or so PS3 games that were all cheaper than eBay, and that was their pitch. Azura's Wrath. There was heaps more. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. I do have another interesting question. Videodrome 80 asks, I know that the PS3 is region 3, but does that apply to PS1 games also? Meaning, will the PS3 play any region PS1 game? Unfortunately, the answer is no. If you do want to play region PS1 games, you have to then get a Japanese PS3 to play Japanese PS1 games, or a PAL PS3 to play PAL PS1 games. It's the same with DVDs and Blu-rays. They won't play on region exclusive system.
And PS2, don't forget.
PS2 is region locked though. So
you can mod them, and at least with Blu-rays and DVDs, they'll play. I think you can also get PS2 games to play as well as PS1, but you have to mod it first. I could be wrong about the games part, but I do know a mod PS3 will play Blu-rays and other region DVDs.
Yeah, you can get a thing that like it just doesn't read the region thing, and it like skips that completely.
Yeah, but no, yeah, you're right. I know. Anyway, I was going to say something, but I forget because you guys just keep talking. But that's the whole point of a podcast. So.
Exactly. But no, if you have any hot takes, man, it's a-okay, you know.
Oh no,
That just means you're gonna have to pick up a PAL PS3 video drum.
all right, you can mod it.
There's one PS3 game, to my knowledge, that is region locked.
Yeah,
Two.
it's Persona 4 Arena. Oh,
Yeah.
there used to be 2. I forget the other one, but it actually got taken off the region lock.
Really?
So now there's only one. And I have tried it. I have tried to play an American copy of Persona 4 Arena on my PS3, and it's come up with this game is not available in your region to play.
There's also a Japanese. It's a beat game. You know what they call a music game. I can't remember the title.
I'm pretty sure that they flipped that, like it was, and then
really?
in 2016 they made it playable.
With what? Just a patch?
Yeah,
Online?
something like that.
Hmm.
But the reason for Persona was Persona 4 Arena got released in America like 6 months before Japan, and they didn't want the Japanese audience to be able to play the game prior to it being released. So that's why they put the region lock on it.
What the fuck, man? I mean, Japan gets all the best shit. Why can't they give us this?
They could have at least patched it out
Money.
after the fact.
Money, 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 money.
Oh no, man! Sony loves fucking video game players. They're not in it for the money. They're in it for the joy that they bring us.
gonna be honest, if not for the fact that I already have a Sony, a PS5, and just some of the more niche titles that are coming out, I wouldn't be buying one. I'd be going on Xbox or Switch. I mean, I got a Switch, but yeah, no, Sony's starting to really aggravate me with their censorship issues and the way they're handling things.
It's
all
funny.
the companies, like even YouTube lately have been awful with what they're doing. Like the whole world's just getting so bullshit with copyright, and like I'm getting videos that I put out 4 or 5 years ago getting flagged and taken down because
Yeah.
I've got like a 10-second clip in a 1 hour long video, and it's like fuck off.
That's just
I
stupid.
made 30 cents. What do you want? 28 cents out of it?
Right.
Like, fuck off.
No, I was. It's funny you guys are talking about censorship. Because there's a game I was looking at. It was Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Choroboro. Hold on, guys. She wants some fruit snacks. So I'll give you there you go.
This
Honey.
segment of the podcast. We have fruit snacks.
I was gonna grab it too, Figsy.
Do you have that game?
Yeah.
It's a shoot 'em up, and
Yep.
I was looking at it, and I guess one of the it's from some anime, and one of the gals on the front cover, she's got extremely large breasts, and on the Sony or in the not Sony, the Switch copy, her breasts are there for everybody to see, but in the Sony copy, they moved a character around on the cover so it covers up her.
I've got something to
Yeah.
show you. I'll be right back.
Well,
Keep that thought in mind.
All right, but
There's-
yeah,
sorry,
the
didn't cut you off.
show me. No, I mean, show me. This was gonna say. Grab that thing.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
have
I
it?
can. Yeah, I can. Hang on one second. I also wanted to show you something weird on the Switch that I've got, but it's I can't show you the art cards that come with it. It's got full-fledged nudity on it.
Dude, this is the PlayStation Collectors Podcast. You can show us your dick if you like.
Will's already done that.
It's okay. We're not monetized here, so yeah, show us whatever you got. But yeah,
Alright.
Sony does like to censor things up, and I find that odd since Nintendo is the family company. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one sec.
And no, I don't know. I mean, are anime boobies really gonna make a difference? I can't remember. There was I think it was the original one of the GTAs when it first came out. It's got an adults only
Okay.
rating on it, and they sold it in like a paper bag. But anyway,
Sweet.
this is
we
a
picked
PS4
different
version.
games.
Yeah, I've been eyeballing this thing. I've been thinking about buying
It's
it.
all right. It's pretty average for a shmup. Now, the thing I was wanting to show you, we're talking about censored games and stuff. This is something Sony would not allow on their platform. It's called I have it upside down.
Upside
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Why it's called Waifu Uncovered? It's a shmup, and as you defeat bad guys and stuff, well, the women on there become more and more undressed. And when you finish the game, there's a one-handed mode. Now, and if you're sure this is okay to show you, I'll show you some of the art cards that come with this.
Oh, jeez.
One-handed.
It's got nudity though, so just are you sure it's okay to show that on the podcast?
I don't know, Figsy.
I wouldn't if you.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. But yeah, that's what I'm about to say. You're like, oh, sure, show it. And it's like, I don't know about that. That's a good idea.
Oh, me, I'm just being.
It's not Will's YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I'm just being edgy over here for content.
Okay.
So.
Wake up tomorrow. You have been banned from.
yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
no, Sony. So, yeah, I don't know what's been happening with Sony, but they've been taking a lot of the fun out of.
What's that look like? What's that look like?
Well, I've got one that Japan and America did different covers because the breasts were too revealing in the Japanese version. So in America or Australia, we get the Nitro Blasters Heroine's Infinite Duel. If you notice the girl, the white top on the cover, her breasts aren't covered, or are covered. Where if you look at the Japanese version, they aren't covered.
Oh, she got a bikini on as opposed to a halter top.
Yeah, so there's cleavage in one, there's not cleavage in the other. I just thought that was I personally don't care. I'm sure most people don't care, but they made those cover changes for the West compared to Japan. And if you look at a lot of Middle Eastern releases where girls are on the front cover, they got completely different covers.
yeah,
Like Lollipop Chainsaw has a completely different color.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that Middle East. Yeah, they must have at least sense for their shit.
what do you guys think about? What do you guys think about the Lollipop Chainsaw remake coming out?
There's a remake?
Yep.
I didn't know.
What? Where you been, Figsy? Yes, there's a remake coming out. I don't know when's it dropping. Do you know, AJ?
I have no idea.
But yeah, the my girlfriend she posted a picture of the remake and the original of I can't. What's the girl's name?
Juliet,
and the only difference is the only difference I see is the new one. She looks like she has more makeup on, but a lot of the songs in the game they can't get the licensing back, so there's gonna be some song changes, and of course all graphics gonna be enhanced. But I'm looking forward to it. I'll be first in line. I'll be an early adopter on that one. I know I just said I'll never do that again, but yeah, that's a safe bet, I think.
I actually, in regards to pickups, I forgot something. Do you mind if I show this to you real quick?
Yeah, go for it, AJ.
I picked up. I made a Facebook post about it, but I picked up a bunch of store displays that were used back in the day for advertised games, and this is one of the cooler ones.
Guys. That Black Ops one's cool.
Yeah. There's some really cool ones in there. There's like Kingdom Hearts, and
they're a lot bigger than I expected them to be.
Yeah, they are. They are absolutely huge, and I got a whole bunch of them. And
Where'd you get
I got them off a job lot off eBay. But if any collectors want some of these, let me know. You guys, that'll be a good excuse to plug one of my some of my social media in a minute, and I'll be basically charging very little for them because I don't need 30 of them. I bought them for Black Ops and Valkyria Chronicles. So there's like Little Big Planet, Uncharted, Assassin's Creed, bunch of really cool stuff. So if anyone on the podcast or anyone who's in chat wants them, then we can work out something.
Where can people reach out to you, AJ?
You guys can reach me on Instagram or on PlayStation Network. That's about all I really want to do. I do have Facebook as well, but I'm just not super comfortable sharing that yet.
I'll leave a link to your Instagram in the description so
people
can go check you out on Instagram.
That would be the best. So,
are you Atari fanboy? 1977 on Insta.
I am. Yes, I don't post it very often, but I am on there as well.
So just so everybody knows, he wasn't born in 1977. He's fooling you.
Siren's just saying, yo, Figsy, you scared the hell out of me with the Aquanauts holiday story. I hope I didn't spend $285 4 years ago for a coaster. Now, if you did miss this, a few weeks ago, there was a story broken with PS3 games that a lot of PS3 games weren't working. Particularly, I mentioned on the podcast that I was aware of a gamer trying to play Dirt 2, and his copy wasn't working. He has since bought another copy of Dirt 2, and that works.
Okay.
Same week, I was chatting to another collector who just bought Aquanaut's Holiday, and he was getting this same error code when he was playing. Unfortunately, his copy isn't working. I have spoken to other collectors who have confirmed that their copy of Aquanaut's Holiday is working. So I would just try it, guys. There are errors going around. I would avoid updating your PS3 at the moment because you don't know if it's to do with the new update, the new firmware. But yeah, just test out your games, guys, especially if they are expensive and not sealed.
Speaking of Aquanauts, I have a question for you, Figsy.
Yeah.
A local game shop has the Chinese copy and
Chinese copies.
English copy.
Yep.
And they had it for 1,000, and they have it now for like 800. Is that a pretty okay deal? Because from what I'm seeing on eBay, that variant is still $800-900.
I personally say about 800 Australian, so I'd be looking at around 600 US. So I think that's a little bit overpriced.
Do they take trade?
They do, yeah.
Just go around town buying the shittiest shit you can buy.
Dude, I've done that before.
That's how you do it, man. You walk in there with 80 copies of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh yeah. We'll give you a quarter each. Yeah, take them. Go for it. Yeah.
Let's go. Put it out. Start. Get the calculator out.
But the caveat is though. I mean, it looks like it was opened up and then put on a shelf and never touched. There's no scratches. It's still shiny. I just the case. Everything looks mint on it.
Well, just on it, like it's a rare game. It's always been expensive. It's always been rare, and it's a good game. Like I can sit there and play it, and it's one of the most relaxing games you'll ever play.
From what I've seen gameplay wise, it reminds me a bit of Abzu.
Yeah, I haven't played Abzu, but real that underwater exploration, Subnautica vibes, different things like that. It's just good fun. It's really relaxing. I recommend if you can get a copy to play it because it's fun.
Was there ever a digital release of that on the in any storefronts or?
I'm sure they would have been at one point, but again, I can't confirm or deny.
Okay.
You can play it without English though.
Oh,
so
okay.
You don't need the English version to play it. Like I originally played it on the Japanese version. The first couple of cutscenes are all in Japanese, but it doesn't really affect the gameplay or anything.
Okay.
Dosagu asked a question. You guys play any games now? I'm playing Tekken 7 and Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
How is Legendary Edition? Oh, sorry.
No, it's not me. This is from the chat.
My apologies.
What are you playing right now, AJ? What's in your console?
It's PS3 stuff right now. Dead Space 1 and Batman Arkham Asylum. So,
what about you, Figsy? Still Rust?
Well, I've had a bit of a Rust break. I've been waiting. So the Rust servers reset every couple of weeks, and the server I'm playing on reset today at 4 a.m. So after the podcast, I'll probably be jumping back on. I was actually going to try stream again too. So should be streaming on YouTube today, guys. So check out my Rust streams.
I've been playing Metal Slug. I've been playing them all. I'm just all over the place with that. I've been playing The Dead or School. I started playing that one. It's okay.
Sorry,
it's okay. It's nothing to write home about, but it's management between this gun or the sword or my big boom weapon, and you're running around and you're just shooting things.
Well, your copy was sealed well.
No, I told my girlfriend. She said, "I know you're not going to let me play that game when it gets in, but I want to play it." So she bought it digitally. So,
I love it.
So I had it digitally before I got it, but I didn't. I held myself back from playing it until I got the physical copy. But though, yeah, I've been playing that. Shit, what else have I been playing? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the R. That was not bad.
Is it better than the PS3 version? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I've never. You cut me off all you want, AJ. I've never played the PS3 version, so
okay.
I can't answer that. But
I love the PS3 version. I'd put it up there with the top 5 fighting games on PS3.
Seeing how it's on PS4 though, I'm going to say it's probably better. I mean, it only makes sense because 3 and then 4. 4 is better. And and It's weird. My PS5, it's a PS4, Pro 2.0. I love it.
Yeah.
Everything loads faster. It's just great.
Oh, it's great.
There's a couple other games I've been playing, but they escape. I have a terrible memory.
PUBG.
I haven't played PUBG in about a week now. It's a sad thing. It's a sad state of affairs.
If do you guys recommend PUBG? Because I've been on the fence about been downloading it and playing it.
I do. I love PUBG.
Well, I actually wanted to talk to you about a game. So a new game came out on Steam this week. I'm just trying to find it in my history because it uses the art style of PUBG. Do apologize. I'm just finding it quickly. I was looking it up yesterday.
Super People? Is it Super People?
No, it's not Super People.
Do you know that game?
I should have found it first and then brought it up.
PUBG.
No, it's called No One Survived. It's made by a Chinese developer, and it's a new survival game. It looks really cool, and it looks like PUBG. Basically, imagine PUBG graphics with, is it 2 days to die, a day to die? 7 days to die? But it looks really good. It's only been out for 4 days. I was watching people stream it yesterday, and I added it to my wish list on Steam. I'm contemplating buying it this week or not. I'm like, I need to tell Will about this because it looks like PUBG.
What's it called?
It's called No One Survived.
No One Survived?
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. Go.
New survival game. It's just came out this week.
Oh, he's got a cat.
Do you guys want? Come on, buddy. Can you have the table for me?
It wouldn't be a podcast without someone's pet coming on. Special guest.
My 5-year-old pet is running around behind me. Yeah, I gotta tell you, my daughter, she's the worst roommate. She doesn't chip in on bills. She doesn't do any chores. Fucking doesn't pay rent. Fuck. Yeah, if you want a freeloader in your life, have children.
Man, I can barely handle a cat as is. I think I have to pass on getting a kid.
You're young, AJ, so never say never. I thought you were older.
I mean, look, the receding hairline doesn't help.
Yeah, but that's because your body's focusing on growing this beard. It needs to pick the hair somewhere else.
Yeah, just get some of them follicles moved up top.
Exactly.
Well, the Lord has blessed me with a good full head of hair. I just need a haircut at this point. But anyway, anything else? Anything else on the docket? Anything else we got to talk about? Anything you want to share, AJ Figsy?
I actually have a question for you, Will. What's your opinion on keeping games? What do you say? Do you ever keep games sealed, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of games. It much as a chagrin of my girlfriend, I do have a lot of games sealed because she sees them. She's like, I want to play that. I was like, nope. She did.
Right.
She did open up one of my sealed games. I was like, yeah, go ahead. I was like, yeah, just to open it. It'll make for a great Facebook post. And it was Zombie Schoolgirl Hunters.
Oh, on PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you take the deep dive on PS4 Ain't Dead, you'll find a picture of the game and the fucking the saran wrap or whatever all wrapped around the bottom. But no, yeah. She's like, oh, this game sucks. I was like, God damn it, what the fuck you open?
Yeah, no, I was curious because I like to I don't like to keep sealed games, but I've got one sealed game I'm never gonna open.
Just one?
Just the one. Hang on, let me show you. It is a Gundam game, and the only reason I'm keeping it sealed is because I bought a copy on the PS4 later. I don't know how you hang on, let me get it out of the case.
Oh, nice. Gundam Breaker 3 on the Vita.
Yeah, this is the version that has English support. And I was debating on if I should crack the seal on it or not.
Leave it sealed.
No, leave it sealed, man.
Yeah.
Is that a PAL or Zero?
No, this is neither. This is a Region 3 release.
Oh,
Games
geez.
are meant to be left sealed and put on the shelf. Don't you know that?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't going to keep it sealed, but I found the PS4 version for really cheap.
Let's refer to this meme.
Sorry. Bought the PS4 version for a very cheap price, and I just kept it sealed,
Oh, if it's, I mean, If it's the same game on PS4, there's no reason to open up your Vita
That's
one.
true. That's true.
And Vita's is the Vita store closed yet? They closed
No,
that
not
thing
yet.
down?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's what I'm waiting on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
3DS
then,
store will be the next one to go.
Yeah. It's actually shutting down here soon, which is unfortunate.
Once
You know, sorry. But
yeah,
no,
once they close that, take it in, trade it in for that Aquanauts holiday you've been eyeballing locally.
I'm just curious on what you guys think about, if in regards to keeping sealed games, what the protocol should be with deciding to open them or not. Because
If you want to play it, open it. I struggle with this. I struggle with this inner struggle all the time. Some games I just, I want to play a new game. Oh yeah. Oh no, that's unsealed.
Right.
Yeah.
I open almost every game I've ever bought, and I have a story behind this. When I bought it a number of years ago, I bought a game new on Amazon. It was I think it was a PS4 game, and I opened it, and there was no game inside.
Oh,
And
I had this happen to me I had it happen to me with the Dreamcast game.
oh wow, Dreamcast game.
Well, it was when Dreamcast was current.
Right.
And
A disc is the majority of a weight of a case, though. So, like, it would have felt really weird in your hands if it was
did.
sealed without a disc.
It did. It just it's one of those things I wasn't paying attention, and when I opened it, it just wasn't, And ever since then, I've been paranoid that I'm going to miss something, especially where some games have very thick manuals and whatnot. And so I have a habit now of opening almost every game because I don't want to be left with just an empty case.
Joe said, I open other collectors' games when they use the bathroom and aren't looking. Remind me not to invite you over, Joe.
Yeah. You guys are saying nice on the Steins Gate, right?
Oh, I thought he was saying, he opens them in the bathroom at the department store.
My recommendation on Steins Gate would be to buy an open copy and sell your sealed one, AJ.
I'm debating on opening it just to bother everyone on the podcast.
Leave it sealed, dude. Leave it sealed.
I'm actually going to be playing this later on, so I probably will be opening it.
If you want to buy my PAL PS3 sealed copy with the cracked case, it's nah, I'm keeping that one. Fuck you guys.
I don't blame you.
But no, when you brought up Joe's question, I read it in the chat. I thought he was talking about taking games into the bathroom at department stores, opening them up, because that's the thing, dude. It used to be a thing. They used to freaking open them up, just slit the bottom out, and slide the disc out, and then put the shit back, and then they walk home with a PS2 game. And as a common problem, if any of you guys ever stolen a video game,
no,
never.
I mean,
me neither.
What would you include like piracy and stolen stuff though?
Because I've done that.
No, I'm talking about stealing a disc. You ever shove something under your shirt?
No. I have
me neither.
I have bought a game, taken the manual out, and then returned it.
Oh, you son of you dirty dog. That is stealing.
I've done something kind of like that, but
I told the employee what I was doing too. So,
what about you, AJ? What were you saying?
The worst thing I've ever done it's twofold. Is I needed a code for a Rock Band game, and I was going to buy the game, and for some reason the store owner was like, oh, I can't sell this to you, so I was just like, oh, okay, can I just take the code then? I was like, yeah, and so the dude just handed me the code, and and we went away. And then another time I was at GameStop. And I needed a slipcover for a game, and I bought my copy. That didn't have. So I bought it, and then gave them my copy without a slipcover back at a different GameStop. That's the closest thing I've ever come to stealing. So,
what happened to me once is, do you guys know what Rent-A-Center is?
Yeah,
Figsy, you know what Rent-A-Center is? It's a store here in America where you go in there and you can rent an item. You rent to own an item. And eventually, a $200 item eventually ends up costing you $800 in the long run.
Yeah,
because you have
pay
similar things over here.
Yeah. Okay. So Rent-A-Center, I wanted to play the PS4, and I planned on renting it for about a month. Actually, I probably would have paid it off in the end, but I got the Star Wars edition one. Got it, brought it home, hooked it up, downloaded the free code. I was playing Star Wars Battlefront. Or whatever the one is that came out on PS4. 2 weeks later, I won a contest at work, and I got a free PS4. So what I did is I just I took the PS4 I won, I just packed it up and I just said I'd return it to Rent a Center, and they got a brand new console out of it, but 2 weeks it wasn't old enough, and I got a free code out of it. So
They got the better deal by the sounds of it.
yeah, they did, but it was the one I returned, it had fewer smaller fewer gigs than the one I was keeping. So in the end, but I put it in their box. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. The hard drive size is small, but anyway.
Was that the Darth Vader edition?
No, it wasn't the Darth Vader edition. I didn't get the full controller.
Okay.
It was just I think I got I had the box. We got rid of it. I traded it in.
Do you guys collect special edition systems at all?
No,
that's too many. I have 13 special edition PS3s boxed.
That's crazy.
No, I can't bring myself to just take a console. I got one console. Actually, I got more than one console, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. It just seems like a waste to me because I already have like 3 PS3s in my home now.
Same here. The only limited edition systems.
AJ.
Sorry. Do what?
He says bringing up a photo.
Oh, okay. The only limited edition systems I've got is ones I bought. Does that happen to be limited edition? Like I've got a white and pink Vita, and that's about the extent of it.
And then I'm OCD. It needs to have the box, and the box needs to be perfect.
That's why I sold my Mountain Dew Xbox. And I used to have one of those. I don't know if you know about that, Figsy. The Mountain Dew edition Xboxes.
Was it 101 or 1 of 10 or something?
It was basically limited to their website. Mountain Dew was doing like a code thing back in 2005 or so, and you could win it was like a Mountain Dew green Xbox. I found one locally, and I bought it, but it's just not the same. I want it with a box. And I've been looking for a box for that thing for a number of years.
There's a collector in Australia who has the Deus Ex 1 of 1 PS4. It's 1 of 1, but it doesn't have a box. It just comes wrapped up in plastic.
Really?
So it's like a cool piece, but that's just how it is. It's just a console, no box. Here's some of my grails for the PS3 special edition consoles.
That's cool. Which one's your favorite?
It's like picking a favorite child. So the Biohazard, the Final Fantasy, the Yakuza, and the Metal Gear Solid are the only 4 Fat Boy PS3s that actually have artwork printed on the console themselves.
Oh,
the Everybody Golf PS3 is the only one that's actually a matte black, so it's a different color black.
That's cool. Is that beautiful white Yakuza edition with like the etching and stuff on it?
Yeah, it has like the dragon and stuff.
Oh man, I would love to have that system. I'm jealous, man.
I'd probably say the Final Fantasy one's my favorite, just because I love Cloud and I love Final Fantasy 7. It's awesome.
Okay, I do have one other story of theft. If you guys would like to hear it.
Oh, sure, of course.
I save boxes as collectors do, and PlayStation 4 controllers. Sometimes they go bad. You know what I mean? So here's what you do: you go to Walmart, and you only want to do this with Walmart because they're fucking shitty corporation and they treat their customers like shit. So I only do this with Walmart. I'm going to teach you guys something. Go to Walmart, buy a brand new PS4 controller, bring it home. Take the shitty controller, put it back in the box you just bought, and then return it to Walmart and get a free controller. I've done it twice, and I'm not proud of it, but and I will only do it to Walmart. Do not do this to a mom and pop store or a company that treats their employees well.
Will takes no responsibility for any returns that you may or may not do. I'm only doing this because Will from the PlayStation Collection told me to.
It's not my fault.
And Rand said, yes, Amore has been opened. Sorry, dude. Just wanted to add that. But anyway, there's
Have you guys ever went to a game store and bought games used, played them, and then returned them in their window?
What?
I'll just add that I used to work in a pawn shop, and customers would treat the pawn shop like a video rental store with returns.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to do that. I used to go to GameStop, and I used to go and whatever new release was out, I'd buy the used copy or whatever game I was interested in. Buy a used copy, binge it, finish it in a day or two, take it back, get a full refund.
Well, I mean, GameStop kind of opens the door for that. I mean, they invite you to do that. It's weird.
Yeah, they almost want you to, really. The circle of life.
Oh man, hey, Will, did you ever buy? Do you remember when GameStop had the Power Up Pro membership?
I only started frequenting GameStop recently, in the past probably a year, but no.
Because I remember picking up so much PS3 games for like under $5 because I was part of the Elite Pro membership or whatever it was.
We never had that over here. I recall seeing the different prices on every single GameStop sticker.
Is it worth it?
No, not anymore.
The membership,
not anymore. Now it's like a $5 coupon, whereas back in the day it was like insane. It was stuff like, if you bought a $15 game, you get it for like $13-$12, something like that.
They still have the pro and the regular price on the games, don't they?
I don't think they do, not anymore. I think now they just do it by pretty sure now they just do it by the actual normal price, and you get a coupon. So,
well, gentlemen, we are 2 hours into the podcast. I think we might call that one a show, guys. AJ, it was a real pleasure to have you on, man. It was great to talk, especially being in chat to finally get you on the show. It's been awesome.
It was great to be on.
Hey, did you get the nerves out finally?
yeah, for sure. Before we go, you mentioned some Amazon horror story. Do you have time for that one or no?
Oh, I did. I told it earlier. It was my reseal of the.
Okay.
School. Yeah. But I got like I said, I got $10 off. I'm still not convinced it is.
I am. I would put good money on it. Well.
Okay. Well.
And I'll happily buy it off you if you don't think it is.
No, man, that one's. I'm gonna try and.
What's up, Lurch?
I'm gonna try and make it the new Omori.
But yeah, thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
It's been really good. Now, be sure to tune in Sunday, guys.
Thank
we
you.
have Jason on the podcast. I believe Jason's going for a full PS4 set, so that should be pretty interesting.
And thank you for everybody for coming on. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, Figsy, for hosting us here. Actually, and thank me.
Thanks, Will.
Thanks, Will.
See you guys.